my friends, and welcome back to another riveting episode of Dirty Vision Sports. I am your host, B Freezy, here to keep it mad greasy, and we're gonna break down the upcoming Devin Haney, Devin the Dream Haney, and Vasyl high-tech Lomachenko fight coming up May 20th, MGM Grand Garden Casino Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada, guys. It's going down for the undisputed lightweight championship. All the belts are on the line. And before we get into it, I need you to like and subscribe this video. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to flow. We're trying to go. You see what I'm saying? So like and subscribe off the top. Right now, let's get into it. All right, guys. This is going to be a huge fight. We've had quite a few good fights taking place. Boxing fans are finally getting competitive matchups of top guys fighting top guys. And it's been forever. I'm so glad. Can't wait. This one is going to be, in my opinion, the best. Because this one's actually for undisputed lightweight king, 135 division. All the belts are on the line. And it's a very unique situation because we got Devin Haney holding the belts and Vasyl Lomachenko is the challenger. He was the undisputed champion for years. As we know, he lost the belts to Teofimo Lopez, who then lost all the belts immediately in his first defense to George Kambosos, who immediately, well, he wanted to fight Lomachenko, but Lomachenko went off to war in Ukraine, which is insane in itself. Very commendable of him, but I couldn't do it. Like, that's crazy. He's got a lot of heart. He's a tough dude. But he went off to war, came back. He missed his opportunity to fight Kambosos to reclaim his undisputed belt. So since he wasn't available, Kambosos went to Devin Haney. Devin Haney boxed him up easy, took all the belts, had the rematch that he was contractually obligated to, boxed him up even easier again, and put a little more thump on Kambosos for some emphasis, and defended his undisputed belts against Kambosos. Now we have Lomachenko returning from war, having had a previous bout with one of his previous sparring partners, Jermaine Ortiz, who's a really tough young kid, and which put him back in position to fight Devin Haney to get all his belts back. So this is going to be a great fight because this is really two of the top guys in the game today. One approaching legendary status, Vasyl Lomachenko, and if he can reclaim these belts, man, that'll put him like in a special place. And then we got an up and coming, well, not up and coming, we have a young superstar, Devin Haney, who's here now and who's here to prove, to show and prove. You know what I mean? So let's kind of get into the measurables now. So with Devin Haney, we got a guy that's 5'8", 5 foot 8 inches tall, with a 71-inch reach. Devin Haney is 29-0 with 15 knockouts. Is undefeated. Okay? Now that reach is going to be very important. It's 5'8" with a 71-inch reach. And then conversely, we have Vasyl Lomachenko, who they say is coming in at, let me get this right, 5'7". Now when they're standing next to each other, it looks like a much different height disparity than 1 inch. But they've got Vasyl Lomachenko at 5'7" with a 65.5-inch arm reach. Okay? And Vasyl Lomachenko has 14 victories. I'm sorry. Vasyl Lomachenko, 17 victories, 2 losses, with 11 of those 17 victories coming by knockout. So he does have 2 losses. I think he did lose, in my opinion, to Teofimo Lopez. He got behind early, made a valiant effort to come back, but he just got down by too much. And I think Teofimo closed it out in that last 12th round to earn that victory. The other loss was somewhat debatable, but nonetheless, we all know Lomachenko is a very special fighter in the past. Now he's gotten a little bit older. Will that come into play? That will be a huge question. But let's get into it. You know, like Devin Haney has all the belts. He's a young star. We've been hearing about him since he was 16 years old. You know, we've heard from Floyd Sr., who used to train him, that he was the next Floyd. He's worked with Floyd. He's got the pedigree. He's a young superstar. And he turned pro so early, he couldn't even get fights in the United States. He had to go to Mexico to fight early in his pro career because he was too young to get a license in the United States. So he's been at it a long time. He's a definite prodigy who it is now his time. He's 24 years old. He's got all the belts. This is going to be very interesting. The thing about Devin Haney I'm interested in seeing is how good is he? We know he's very good. He's undefeated. He's super skilled. For the 135 division, he's very big. He's very long. And he's strong and super athletic with a lot of skill. So this is going to make for a very interesting fight. The thing about Devin Haney, to me, is this fight against Lomachenko, to me, is going to be his first real fight. Not meaning to disrespect the previous guys he fought, because he fought some pretty good guys. He fought Linares, who was 35 when he fought him. He fought Jojo Diaz, who had one loss. He was a pretty tough guy. He fought Gamboa, who, was at the end of his career. Those are the biggest names that he has on his resume. And none of those guys was like in their prime or like a real threat for a guy with Devin Haney's talent. This time, though, this fight with Lomachenko is going to really test him. So I don't want to say it's his first real fight, but it will be his first real test for us to see how good of a fighter, how great Devin Haney really is, because he's going to get tested. Okay, now I'm very interested in this because we don't really know what Devin Haney is. Well, we don't know how great of a fighter Devin Haney is. We know he's super athletic, super skilled, smart fighter, and a hell of a boxer. We know that. But this fight with Lomachenko is going to really tell us how great Devin Haney is, because Devin Haney's so talented, he makes all his fights look easy. He's so skilled, he can just jab, keep distance. He controls distance very well, and he's got a great jab. Probably one of the best jabs, if not the best jab in the fight game today. So a lot of times he can just move around the ring and just jab you, just out jab you. He wins fights just jabbing people. So is he that good? Is he good enough to make everybody he fights just make it look that easy? That's what I'm interested in seeing. Because if he is, then he's an all-time great. But this is something we got to see. You know what I mean? So that's what makes this fight interesting to me. Because I think Lomachenko is going to make Devin Haney fight. He's going to make him uncomfortable, and he's going to give him a lot of things to think about and process that he's never seen in the ring before. We know Devin Haney sparred with everybody. He sparred with all the other young superstars, Shakur, Teofimo, fought Ryan in amateurs. He sparred with Tank a couple times. So he's been in there with the top of the youngsters. But Lomachenko is going to bring something to the table, in my opinion, to make Haney think, and some angles and some movements and some feints. A lot of things he's never seen, especially all at once, in one package, all night long. So it's going to be very interesting to me, because so far Devin Haney has just been so good. He can just beat people and make it look easy. I don't know if Lomachenko is going to let him do that. The thing about Lomachenko is he's going to have to actually come and start a lot sooner than he usually does. He usually likes to wait a few rounds, strategically figure things out, then turn up the heat. He's going to have to come out on Devin Haney early and make this a fight. Like, he can't be careless, but I don't think he's going to really be fearful of Devin Haney's power. Devin Haney, in my opinion, is very skilled and can punch, but he's not a knockout artist. I mean, out of his 29 wins, he's got 15 knockouts. So he can punch. When those shots accumulate, they can start doing damage, but he doesn't have the one-punch knockout power, where I think Lomachenko's got to be fearful or very respectful, like with Teofimo. The first 6 rounds against Teofimo, you can say shoulder injury, whatever. But I mean, once you're in the ring, it's fight night. You got to go. Ain't no excuses. But the first 6 rounds against Teofimo, Lomachenko pretty much just, stayed away, was very respectful of his power, and tried to fight on his terms and catch him on the back end, and that didn't work out well. I think with Devin Haney, Lomachenko is not going to fear his punching power. I mean, he's probably going to get hit. He knows he'll get hit, but I think he thinks he can withstand those shots in order to work his way inside and get off his shots and his movement and change angles and do all the great movement and angle and technical stuff that he does. The thing with Devin Haney is Devin Haney's going to have a 6-inch reach advantage, 5.5 inch. So let's say 6. Devin Haney's going to have a 6-inch reach advantage. He's already bigger. He's 11 years younger. He's super strong. He's quick, fast, intelligent. So that reach to me is going to be everything. And that's going to be the dynamic in this fight. Can Devin Haney keep Lomachenko on the end of that jab while Lomachenko's trying to work his way in? But can Devin Haney keep him on the end of that jab and follow up with some right hands, boom, right down the chute to get that respect? To let Lomachenko know, you try to get inside this jab, it's a right hand waiting on you every time. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a really interesting aspect. Because for Lomachenko, he's going to have to figure out how to negate that reach. And we're just not talking about just a guy with longer arms. We're talking about a guy that's got longer arms, that's younger, that's probably more athletic. I mean, Lomachenko's a hell of an athlete. Excellent footwork. Best footwork in the game. In boxing, in my opinion. But Devin Haney's a stud. Like, this dude is big, strong, long, and athletic. So it's not just the 6-inch reach advantage. It's the movement. It's the IQ. It's the youth. It's the athleticism. Everything that comes with that reach advantage. And the skills. So can Lomachenko negate that reach and take away Devin Haney's jab? That's going to be the number one cat and mouse chess game right there. Because Devin Haney's going to look to establish that jab to set up everything else he wants to do. And Lomachenko is going to be looking to take that jab away, work his way inside, and make it somewhat of an inside fight, but where he can get in, score, move, pivot, turn, all the things he does to try to confuse Devin Haney. So this fight is going to be really tough to call. Like, right now, to me, it's a 50-50 fight. And one thing I'm amazed at is I can't believe how many people aren't giving Lomachenko a chance. I mean, I like Devin Haney a lot, and I think if I had to pick going in, I lean towards Devin Haney slightly. It's 50-50 to me. This can go either way. But if I had to put money on it and make a call, I would have to lean towards Haney just because of the skills and the youth. You know what I mean? But you can't sleep. Lomachenko is 35, but with boxing, experience and ring IQ is the most important asset. And Lomachenko has a lot of experience. He's a lot of amateur background, 2-time Olympic gold medal winner, a lot of amateur fights. So he's got a ton of experience, and that will definitely bode well and help him in this matchup. But back to, I just can't believe so many people are dismissing Lomachenko like, oh, he's old, he's washed, he's toast. And I mean, if you're basing that on the Jermaine Ortiz fight, which was Lomachenko's last fight, in my opinion, if you're basing his performance on that, on you thinking that he's done or he's washed or he lost it, I don't think that's the fight to make that decision or to derive to that conclusion from. Because you got to understand, Jermaine Ortiz was Lomachenko's sparring partner for a long time. So he went into a fight already having been in camp with Lomachenko numerous times. So he knows Vasyl Lomachenko. there's no awe. There's no shroud of mystery. There's no, oh, the great Lomachenko, his footwork, he's mysterious. Blah, blah, blah. None of that. He knew Lomachenko going in. He was familiar with him. He fought him in sparring, in practice, day in, day out. They trained together. So there's no shroud of mystery. He was very familiar with him, so he had inside knowledge, right? It's like taking a test, but you got to see a lot of the answers before you actually took the test. So unless you're really stupid, you're going to do well. You know what I mean? You're going to have what it takes to have some success on that test because you saw the answers already, right? So that's a bad fight to be like, Lomachenko's washed. He couldn't get rid of Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz was his sparring partner. And Jermaine Ortiz is very good, too. He's not a slouch in any means. He's a big, strong, young, talented fighter. He's more aggressive than Devin Haney as far as, like, initiating the fight and bringing action. And he's stronger. He fights more physical than Devin Haney. So that's why with that insider knowledge that he had, the prior experience of training with Lomachenko, and just his overall makeup and his attributes, the way he fights, it was a very difficult fight for Lomachenko, right? But I think a lot of it was due to that insider knowledge that he had from sparring with Lomachenko and being familiar with him and training with him and being in camp with him numerous times over the years. So if you're using that last fight to say Lomachenko's washed, I think that's a mistake. And I think that may bode well for Lomachenko too, because you got a lot of people, maybe Devin Haney's even thinking, oh man, he barely beat Jermaine Ortiz, man, I'm smoking. That would be a mistake. I'm sure Devin Haney's preparing though. He's a smart young kid. He's a pro. He's a star. He knows what it takes. He's been around a lot of very talented, knowledgeable boxing people. So he'll be ready. But this fight is going to be a lot closer than what people were thinking, in my opinion. Again, Lomachenko's going to have to take away that jab. He's going to have to work his way inside, get in, get out, turn, move, do everything he does, and he's going to have to do it well. He's going to have to do it all night. He's going to have to start early. He can't let Devin Haney get out to a large lead, because Devin Haney will get out to that lead, and if you can't figure him out to take away his jab, you're in trouble. Lomachenko will have to take away that jab. Then we'll see what else Haney can bring to the table. See, this is the key. That's why, to me, this is going to be the first real true test for Devin Haney, and it's going to allow us to see just how great he is or how great he can be with how he deals with Lomachenko. So I don't at all think that this is going to be a blowout or one-sided. Like I said, I think it's 50-50 to me. If I had to, I would lean slightly to Devin Haney because he's got the size, strength, length, youth, and some incredible skills. But Lomachenko definitely has a chance. Definitely has a shot. And to dismiss this guy, he's a great fighter. He's proven, he's solidified. And to dismiss him is a mistake. So real interested to see how this fight turns out, and I'm very interested to know you guys' opinions. Because help me out. I'm on the fence right now. Like I said, I would lean slightly towards Devin Haney, but I'm interested to know what you guys think about this fight. Again, please like and subscribe to the video. Trying to grow this community. Trying to put out some really good and entertaining and insightful boxing content as well as sporting content. Right now it's just been all boxing, but we're just trying to engage, get some conversations going, and bring up some angles about these fights and these matchups that other people aren't bringing up. You know what I mean? So really interested to know what you got to say about this. Please like, subscribe, and share the video, and drop a comment, man. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know which way you think this fight's going to go, because I'm really interested to hear. And this is going to be a good one, y'all. So let's all tap in. Let's all tune in, check it out, and let me know what you think. Once again, please like, subscribe, comment, share. It's your boy, B Freezy, with another one. Bam, coming at you. See you next time.